everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, August 15th. I'm Michael Taylor. Have you ever had like a really good idea at work and you said, or you kept it yourself, or maybe you're thinking, what is in it for me? Well, we have our next guest is going to be on show today. It's going to be Siobhan Foster, and she's our CEO from Village Management Services. And there's a new Bright Ideas program for employees just like you who have great ideas and to help this company save money, save time, be more efficient. Well, we're going to talk about that program and how it works when we talk to her in just a minute. But first, let's make sure you stay informed. We have some great shopping opportunities coming up for you in August. August destination shopping. It's going to be Tuesday, August 22nd. Bus service to Walmart is going to be the one in Laguna Niguel. That also includes pavilions, the Hobby Lobby, and much more over there. Call transportation starting on Thursday of this week, August 17th, to make your reservation. Destination shopping is going to be paid for by credit card only. They do not accept cash, so make sure that you make your reservation and you're ready to pay by credit card via that one. Let's take a look outside and let's take a look at our weather. It's going to be a warm one again today, even warmer tomorrow as we kind of build in the high temperatures. So Wednesday is going to be the hottest day of the week. We're going to have lots of sunny skies for most of it. Might see some clouds as we get a little bit of cooling as we head into the weekend. That'll be nice. Maybe even touch back into the 70s, which would be great for Saturday. Probably going to be our coolest day of the week. Well, let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset. This is a great photo from Alan Clark. Alan's one of our regular photo takers. I don't know if this is sunrise or sunset. I don't know which direction he was facing when he took this, but I'm guessing it's sunset. So, Alan, you can send me an email, let me know. Sunrise today was 6:13 this morning, and sunset tonight is going to be 7:37. Days are getting a little shorter. If you'd like to send us your picture, you can do so. Send us your pics. Email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you send your name in like Alan did for us, where you took the photo. You can tell me if it's a sunrise or sunset if I can't figure it out. And a horizontal picture would be great. When you take your phone, make sure you do it sideways and take the picture that way so it fits on our screen. Okay, we got some meetings to tell you about. We'll take a look at those. And then when we come back, CEO from Village Management Services, Siobhan Foster, joins us.
Living and learning in Laguna Woods Village is a unique experience. For over 45 years, the Emeritus Institute has provided tuition-free college classes within your community. Join us to experience expert faculty, quality academics, and to make friends through the Emeritus Institute. New classes start every semester, and you can join nearly any time. Visit us anytime at saddleback.edu/emeritus. Learn, live, and thrive with the Emeritus Institute.
At Harvard Eye Associates,
we are committed to your vision care
and quality of life.
It's a commitment we don't take lightly.
Our trusted team of doctors provides specialized eye care using state-of-the-art technology.
We deliver what matters to you
and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Hi there, we're Orange County Labs. Please call us today for your VIP concierge phlebotomist in-home lab collection appointment. We simply come to you in the safety and convenience of your very own home for any lab test. As a covered benefit at no cost to you, we will draw your blood for your physician with results the very next day. One call to Orange County Labs does it all. We look forward to seeing you all soon.
you have any bright ideas about how you can make your workplace run more efficiently, save some money, reduce waste, all of those kind of things? Well, here at Village Management Services, there's a money program called Bright Ideas, and you can get cash for your great ideas. Joining us to tell us a little bit more about that is Siobhan Foster. She's the CEO for VMS. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning, Michael.
I know you had a busy budget week last week and lots of presentations, but this sounds like a really fun program that a lot of employees can take advantage of. How did it come about?
We worked with our VMS board and developed the program, and we launched it in January. It's an industry best practice and something we wanted to give a try.
And it's employee-centered, which is kind of like a focus, and you put the value in the employees and their ideas, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and so tell me a little bit about like what kind of input you're looking from employees. What is the program all about?
Sure. Again, it's to incentivize our employees to share their great suggestions. Anything that reduces costs, promotes financial stability, enhances our service quality and processes, innovation, improving safety, and things like that. We encourage our employees, to participate.
Right. And a lot of ideas come from within. The people on the front lines of whatever they're doing say, what would work better is this. And so I think that's probably one of the reasons why an employee-centered program like this can be the best way to do that, because they see the efficiencies or they see where their shortcomings are, right?
Right. And we try to reach out to all of our employees, so anyone's welcome to participate.
Okay. So how does someone qualify to be in the program? Do you say, hey, here's my form, here's my idea, here's how I turn it in? How does the program work?
Exactly. There's a form that we use, electronic or paper form, if they're not on the computer on a daily basis. And again, the categories are on the screen, and we just encourage our employees to participate. They're eligible for rewards up to $2,000 based on the suggestion impact. And those suggestions that may save more than $50,000 annually are eligible for up to $3,000 and perhaps a little bit more based on a conversation with our boards.
Right. There can be some big ideas out there, right? And it's just like waiting to be kind of like, and when you say to someone, hey, we're going to pay you cash for ideas, they can, I'm going to start thinking about this a little bit more.
Right, exactly. And then the program funding comes from the savings that are generated.
Right.
So that's
right. So it pays for itself in a sense.
Exactly.
If you saved $50,000 on some sort of idea or somebody came to you with, obviously you're going to want to reward that, that employee in some sort of way, shape, or form, right?
Definitely.
Now, what about ideas that don't really add up to money? Like let's say a safety change because it protected people, but there's no real cost savings there. How do you maybe honor the staffer that does something like that?
Again, it's a big part of the program is recognition, so they would certainly receive due recognition. We have set milestones where they would be recognized by their peers, by board members, and so forth. So we still make a big celebration out of it.
Oh, great. Great. So let's talk about some of the other things. So you have you guys have already awarded some of this. So this is not a brand new program, but it's in its early stages where you have some results. Can we talk about some of that? You've done 5 awards so far. $4,500 has been handed out.
Yes.
And what is that savings added up to?
It's almost $71,000 for that amount.
Terrific, and that's going to be, and it's part of the 2024 business plans already. They're already incorporated into the plans.
Yes, and then we have some pending suggestions that are currently under review. That includes things such as certified mailing reductions that may save $4,600 annually, a paper reduction plan that may save $5,300 annually, and a uniform modification which could save $9,000 annually.
That sounds terrific. There's this theory out there, you might have heard of it, some people have, but it's called disruption theory. And it says, you can't do what you're doing the way you have always done it. Figure out another way. It's kind of like an exercise in those kinds of things. And they had this thing in England one time, and the tube, the famous subway system out there, was going to be shut down for major repairs and overhauls, and all these people had to figure out different ways to work. And then when it was all repaired, folks came back and they said, but only about 90-something% of the people came back to the tube, and so they reached out to the people who had been annual pass holders and said, "Why aren't you coming back?" They said, "I found a better way to work that I never would have thought of if I hadn't had this kind of disruption." So, are you looking to maybe disrupt in good ways the way you guys have always done things here?
Oh, definitely, and I think my last interview with you, we talked about efficiencies and cost savings. So we're definitely looking to be kind of as lean and mean as we can.
Right, right, and there's always that little extra that you can maybe squeeze out of something, right? In terms of like just looking at something in a different way.
Right.
So Ryan Costello,
our warehouse manager.
Warehouse manager. Here's one idea. I want to hear a little bit about this guy.
Sure. He worked with our water heater vendor and distributor to improve the purchase process. So water heaters are special order equipment here because they have to fit in specific spaces, and they're not stock items. So Ryan worked with the vendor to make an arrangement where if VMS purchases a set amount each year, the distributor will store units locally and provide units at a lower cost. And this is going to save $26,000 annually.
Right, okay, so that's just one of those ways you look at something and say, hey, here's the way we've always done it, but we don't need to do it that way.
Right, is there a better way?
Is there a better way? And there you find it, so that's terrific. So it's $26,000, so water heaters are a big deal. I mean,
well, every unit has
right?
one.
Right, and I guess with the age of, the village, every year a little older, so that's kind of like you said, that annual thing, it's always going to be there. So at VMS, you knew, okay, how do you make that calculation? You say, well, here's what we spend annually anyway, so you kind of guaranteed that to the vendor?
Yes.
Okay, terrific.
Certain quantity.
Certain quantity, yeah, so that makes sense for them, and everybody wins. So the broadband team, you have another great story here?
Yes, when our Building E employees moved to a temporary new location, a communication pipeline between this building and that new office space was needed. The broadband staff members, Mark Dabinian, Hank Deming, Guadalupe Hinosa, and George Rodriguez, quickly put a plan into action. They acquired fiber optic cable and a fiber patch, engineered a path for connectivity, pulled more than 1,500 feet of cable, and terminated the fiber at each location.
Okay.
And this is going to save $23,000 over the next 2 years.
That's terrific. Yeah, and so this is people putting their heads together and saying, hey, here's a better way to do things.
Yeah, great initiative here, yes.
Step back for a second. Before we have some other stories. I want to step back for just a second. What, in terms of a management perspective, what makes you guys say to yourself, and I think it's a good thing, hey, we should do this for our employees. We should come up with this Bright Ideas program or something like that to do that. What in you and others said this is going to work? How did you know that? Is it because of the value you see in these employees and making sure you see them as valued?
There's that, and several of our board members had private experience with similar programs in their workplaces when they were employees. So
okay. So these are the efficiencies that the people just have discovered along their ways, and I think that's probably one of the advantages of these boards here in the village, as other ones that they come with so many decades of experience. Exactly. These folks, and they've been through it all, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about our next one, Ada, and she's senior financial analyst.
Yes, and she developed a new approach for calculating and reporting the cable franchise fees. It combines revenues and expenses for 3 work centers instead of separating them out individually. This was implemented in the 4th quarter of last year, so we're already experiencing the savings, and this is going to save $18,000 annually.
So how was the calculation being done differently?
They were separated out. I guess when you put them together, the net impact is less. And again, more of an accounting thing than I'm familiar with, but
it's just that opportunity to take a fresh look at something and say, hey, how are we doing this? How can we do this differently, and how can this be an efficiency?
That's correct.
And we have another one from the administrative assistant.
Yes, and Jayanna works in landscaping, and she's developed an idea to reduce the amount of business cards purchased. Obviously, we're all going electronic these days, so using QR codes and so forth.
Okay.
So we're going to reduce the amount of business cards purchased, and this should have an estimated savings of about $4,700 annually.
So now this one's probably a good example. This is an idea, but it's going to take some work to make that happen too, because now I have to have my business card live electronically somewhere, and someone has to enter that information. So is it a matter of, okay, we've developed a new system that's going to be more efficient, or is this something we're already doing and we're linking to it? Hey, just make a link to it instead of that.
I think we had it in the infancy, but this is going to push it ahead probably more vigorously.
Steamroll it up, kind of made it blow up a little bigger so everybody can do that. So just click on this like everybody discovered during COVID. QR codes were, I think, most people discovered because everybody's using those for menus.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden I'm using that. I say, oh, how convenient is this? And I think that the QR code was kind of one of these things that, are people using these or not before the COVID? And then all of a sudden, like,
Everyone
wow.
knows how.
Now everybody knows how. We have them on screens. We had one up yesterday when we were having our Saddleback College emeritus program up there. I said, just look at this, take that picture on your screen and link there.
That's great. Yeah.
And let's see, we have another one from another administrative coordinator.
Yes, Delphine suggested streamlining the department holiday lunch celebrations. Most departments have a lunchtime celebration at the
Sure.
holiday times by decorating a space here in the village and using approved food vendors. So
Okay.
this saves departments from going out to lunch. They can have a really festive location. Employees stay on site. There's less travel time, reduce costs. And they did a pilot last year in one of our departments, and that saved money. So we're estimating a savings of at least $1,400 annually
That's terrific.
from that.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, when you look at that, when you say to yourself, okay, that's not a big saving, but there's an efficiencies there, right?
is.
Everybody's not taking all that time to decorate and redecorate, buy different decorations. Where are we going to have ours? When you designate that, and okay, you guys are having yours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Right.
and that makes an efficiency. So I think it's what we were talking
Absolutely.
about before. It's like, okay, it's not, you don't look at that and say, oh, it's a big number thing, but you look at it and say, okay, that made it so much easier for
Right, and less
everybody.
time away from the office and so
Right.
forth.
Yeah,
so.
and people aren't doing the decoration, taking down the decorations and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Now, this is one that affects a lot of the residents here, the opt-out
Correct.
for the mailing.
And this is just a friendly reminder, you've heard me talk about this before, but residents can opt out of their paper mailings, and these happen in November and April. This saves $7.50 per resident. And so if 12,000 members were to opt out, we could save $90,000 a year. With the new state law that governs this, the response deadline is September 1st. So if you're interested in opting out, we need you to do that soon.
Okay, and the
And-
information's there on the screen.
Yeah.
Now, the opt-out, I mean, a lot of residents are always looking for ways, hey, how can my dues go down? How can I keep
Exactly.
things from raising? So this is a way that every resident out there can really make a contribution, and it seems like a small thing. It was like kind of like voting, my one vote, but it adds
Adds
up.
up.
It really does add up to what you guys are saying, could be $90,000 in
Yes,
savings if
which
we
is
get,
significant.
that kind of efficiency.
Correct.
Right.
And then similarly, the last item I have is just an encouragement that residents use our Dwelling Live app to have their guests come into the village rather than calling resident services to have them authorized. And again, it's an app that's available 24/7 using your smartphone, tablet, and so forth. We have great tutorials on the village website and the YouTube channel. So we really encourage our residents to use this technology. And again,
Right.
that frees up staff to work on higher level
Oh,
things. So-
Here's my idea. I'll give you a bright idea right now. Let's get the PC Club involved in this and have them do a couple of these sessions with folks who want to come down there and figure
And
out
they
how
are-
to do all this stuff.
and they already are.
So I'm not
No.
getting any credit for that idea.
No, they're partnering with us, and they've been just a tremendous help.
Right, and that's one thing I think on the technology side in terms of opting out of those mailers and doing so many things online. I think that's one of the things that can be a real barrier for a lot of the residents here is that they didn't come up in that technology generation.
Right.
And so there's a little bit of that in terms of putting everything on the internet and putting everything on their phone. I think that can be a little challenging for folks,
Right.
right? And so working with PC clubs and others like that is terrific. So Bright Ideas overall, you feel like this is going to be a permanent part of the VMS going forward?
I think so, if we keep seeing the results that we're seeing. And again, we have several under consideration now, and undoubtedly there'll be more implemented from that. So.
And VMS employees, they can get all the information. They have all that information. They can go ahead and make those applications and keep those ideas coming in.
Exactly.
Siobhan Foster, CEO for VMS, thank you so much for joining us and talking about this program today.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
thank you. You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
A will is not enough to avoid probate. However, if you have a will, a trust, a complete estate plan, then you will avoid probate. We encourage you to come meet with us. It's complimentary. We'll review the estate plan, make sure that it's current, covers all of your assets, and you're actually protected.
I'd like to personally thank L.S. Carlson Law for all my family's estate planning needs. I highly recommend them to everyone.
Hi, I'm Linda Honey. I'd be happy to help you and your family. Please call us today.
Life goes by quickly. Enjoy it while you can. At Southern California Family Dentistry, we help you live your best life. Dr. Jahangiri has been serving the community for over 15 years. His #1 priority is your comfort and care. We offer complimentary dental implant consultation. Our implants start at only $9.99. Check out our new patient special. We offer exams and x-rays for $49. We also perform implant-supported dentures and sleep dentistry, all under one roof. Transform your smile. Don't wait. Give us a call today.
The city of Laguna Beach and surrounding areas have an active coyote population. Here are a few things you can do to help keep your families and pets safe.
When walking your pets, make sure they are on a short leash. Clean up after you grill outside, either at your home or in a city park. Keep your pets indoors in the evening and at night. Harvest your garden and fruit trees as soon as your vegetables and fruit are ready. Do not leave food or water outside, not for your own pets and not for wildlife. And most importantly, never approach coyotes as they are wild animals.
Together we can help make this city safer for your families, pets, and the coyotes.
Hi there, it's Bob Eubanks. You probably know me from the Newlywed Game, but what you may not know is I'm the only living person to have produced a Beatles show all 3 years they toured America. I've put together a great show called Backstage with the Beatles. I tell seldom or never before heard stories that lead up to music with a Beatle band on stage with me, Ticket to Ride. We're going to be here, Laguna Woods, in the Pack, September 23rd at 7 p.m.
Hi, remember us?
We're back,
Christine and Jack from the Jewelry Box.
which is now the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers.
Relocated in a new spot in our old shopping center.
But we're still Orange County's preeminent buyer of gold, jewelry, watches, and flatware.
And we're still a full jewelry repair center. And with our 3 graduate gemologists, we're still here to appraise your special pieces.
And like always, at the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers,
it's about trust.
Hi, I'm Dan McEachran. 35 years ago, I was lucky enough to get my start in Laguna Woods. First, building patio rooms, then kitchens. Our cabinets are all built locally in Irvine. It all began with patio rooms, like this Majorca model, which we made into a complete room. I'll pull permits. We'll take care of everything. Give me a call. We'll do a nice job for you.
Village Television presents Friday Films, only on Village Television. Fridays at 2 and 6 p.m. Foreign films, dramas, and comedies. Award-winning films, romance and mystery. Independent films. Every Friday, only on Village Television.
We've got time for a few announcements, and let's get to them. Old Pros Presents. They are going to be doing their show tonight. That is tonight, August 15th, at the Clubhouse 5. It's 2 short story plays, August Heat and Death Knocks. Death Knocks was written by Woody Allen, and that should be a fun one. So it's kind of comedy, tragedy, a little bit of both, and all of those things. So we had the folks on just last week talking about the plays, and it sounds like it should be a good time. And so make sure you get out there tonight and enjoy that. Also, there's a speaker coming up from the Democratic Club, and that's going to be an interesting one. That's also tonight at Clubhouse 2. So we have some competing events going on. That's okay. You can choose which one that appeals to you the most. They're going to have a speaker talking about Iran and talking about what women's rights issues are like right now. There was a big movement over wearing the hijab, and there were so many protests in the streets. And now it seems as though as those protests have quelled, the enforcement of wearing the hijab in public has come back. And so the speaker is going to be talking about that. the Iranian Revolution and what led up to the situation that is going on right now in Iran. That is Democratic Club's part of their monthly meeting. That is going to be again tonight, August 15th at Clubhouse 2, so make sure you get out to that one. Also, we have the Concerned Citizens Club. They're going to have an event coming up. It is a documentary they're going to be showing this Thursday at 2 p.m., and it's going to be in the multi-purpose room of Clubhouse 5. The documentary is called The Bleeding Edge, and it's a documentary about the dangers of medical devices, joint replacements, and computerized surgery, so that should be interesting. It's going to be at 2 p.m. on Thursday. Get out and see that documentary and learn a little bit more about that. And we just had this guest in yesterday. It's our representative here from the 40th District, Representative Young Kim, and she has a resource fair coming up, and that is going to be coming up on Friday, August 18th, Senior Services Center. She talked a lot about what they can do there, and you know, it's a great thing when you have a representative that can cut through the red tape of getting your veterans benefits, making sure your Social Security checks are coming in and you're getting your payments. She has said in her span of her service as a rep, she's got $22 million back in her district, back in the pockets of residents who were just not getting the correct services from the VA, not getting correct benefits from them, and correct benefits from their retirement. So that's a great resource, and all sorts of other things. So go out there and go to that fair and meet your representative. Let's take a quick look outside as we want to finish up our weather, and it's going to be a warm one today. It's going to be even hotter tomorrow, so if you have things to get out there and do, today's, I guess, the day to do it. 84 degrees today, mostly sunny. 88 tomorrow, maybe touching 90 in some spots. 84, 80, and we start a little bit of a cooling trend as we head into the weekend, but that Saturday is going to be the coolest day of the week, so that's the day to get out and do stuff. Temperature's going to go start rising back up next week as high pressure continues to build for us. All right, tomorrow on the program, we've got some fun stuff coming up. We're going to be clubbing. It's going to be two of our clubs. It's going to be the Baby Boomers Club and the India Club. We're going to be joining us, and so we're going to enjoy that. We're going to talk about all the things they have going on. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. You can watch the program at 9 a.m., 12:30, and 5 p.m. right here on Village Television. For all of us here at the station, we hope you make this day a great one.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha-Na-Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for Peace.